Why no contact is truly the best way to stay away from your ex and actually get the relationship that you deserve. This is actually a really important topic because breaking up with somebody is pretty rough emotionally, psychologically, physically sometimes. And most of the time, it actually follows the pattern of intermittent positive reinforcement in our brain, which is like so addicting. Research shows that the most addictive pattern is actually that type of positive reinforcement where it's like not consistent and you don't know exactly when it's going to happen next. So there's a part of your brain, like gambling, that just hopes you're going to win again, even if there's absolutely no guarantee that that will happen. So, guys, this is for you. Listen into this video. I'm Chaya Garcia, relationship expert for the past 20 years. I've done one thing: how to have relationships actually succeed and win long term. AKA, you don't have to break up again. You don't have to have abandonment again. You don't have to live through pain. Because the truth is, no contact is the best way to end a breakup. But the truth is, you don't want to have a breakup in the first place. But let's go back to the no contact. The reason that works the most is because your brain is just a brain. And I know that you have emotions and you think that you're so emotionally connected and you love this person so much and you can't see your life without them. But the truth is, you're just addicted. Your brain is in patterns and waves of just going towards that person over and over again for them to be your source of comfort, for them to be the call that you used to do after work, for that person to be the one you used to take road trips with. Whatever the situation is, your brain's like, boom. And all you have to do is rewire it. And your emotions are like, no, 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 stay. Stay what you're known. Stay with what's known. Stay with what's comfortable because our brain actually has a lot of fear around change, even though that's totally irrelevant to how great our lives can be. So once you get used to like the brain part of it, you can say, oh, like my emotions are just thoughts in motion, and my thoughts are just coming from my brain that's used to thinking the same things over and over again, which means that's how I used to find my love and attention, but now I can rewire it back to something else. And no contact is the only way to really do that in a short period of time, because otherwise you'll kind of reopen the scab on your body. So let's say you have a wound and it's healing, and then it slowly scabs up. And then you're like, ah, oopsie, and you scratch it open, and you accidentally take the scab off. Now it's open again, now it's bleeding again, now it has to take the time to heal. That is exactly what you're doing if you break no contact. You're essentially telling your body, your brain, and your mind that you're not deserving enough of your own love, that you're allowing yourself to suffer, and that going back is somehow better than staying away from something you know is not for your highest potential of love. So, not only are you losing trust with yourself and your inner child, which is going to take a lot of forgiveness work after you finally end it, but it's also opening up a wound that is just going to be harder and harder to heal, longer and longer to finish the process of healing, and then also leave a grosser scar, right? If you keep picking at a wound, it leaves a nasty ass scar instead of healing nicely, almost like it was never there. So prolonging this like push pull thing of where you call them up and you try again, you see if it can work out, you see if one of you can get therapy, you see if you can work on those issues. Like that's all bullshit for saying I'm going to rip off the scab and not heal properly because I hope that a change in him will be a change in me. And the truth is, it's just not true. Like within our realm is our control. We don't have control over the other person. We don't have control over their character. We don't have control over whether or not they heal or get help or stop watching porn and make more money or get over their daddy or mama issues. Like that's not in our control. And so if you really want a relationship that's going to last and be sustainable, do no contact, because trying to make a relationship work that isn't working is exhausting. And not only that, it really again gives you this level of distrust with yourself that you don't even believe that you are worth something greater, because you rather stay in the little abyss of what you know than having enough faith to go out of it for a greater good that's unknown. And the truth is, a lot of people stay there. A lot of people go back into relationships because the familiarity of the known is what gives them safety. And then there's like a massive scare of like depression and anxiety going into the unknown because they're like, well, what if it's not better than what I already have? Like, what if that person won't love me in the same way? What if I'll never be loved again? It's like, no, 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 baby girl. Like, you're okay. I promise God doesn't screw up and make mistakes. People come into our life as lessons for us to learn more about ourselves. They can still be soulmates, but not necessarily one that we live our whole soul's life with as our best mate. And it's okay to love and it's okay to let go. And like I've had this relationship where I had to love and let go, and it's very painful. Like, don't take away the pain part, but it's a lot more painful to stay in a relationship for long periods of time that are exhausting and unpredictable. So you have to like choose your pain, just like an addict. Like, can they get through with the withdrawal? If you are an addict and you want to get clean, it's literally about one thing. Can you handle the withdrawal? Can you handle the massive amounts of pain of not having your drug of choice enough until you don't have that insane craving anymore? And for women, it's no different, like as codependents. If you can't handle that withdrawal phase, that breakup phase, like that part where it's so painful that you can't be alone with yourself and you just go back to him, you'll never get clean. You'll just end up back in his arms or a man who is similar to him and never learn that power of how to heal yourself and how to love up on yourself and how to have enough faith to allow yourself to have pain and still be totally okay with that, because it's a better, shorter, more powerful, contained version of pain, aka a breakup or a withdrawal, versus like a prolonged, unpredictable, endless life of pain. And so choose yourself. No contact is the ultimate way to not extend a time frame of drawing out pain. If it didn't work out, let it go. Because if you choose and force to work it out and make it work, all you're doing is putting yourself in a relationship where you'll never feel comfortable and able to surrender in peace. Because if you're in a relationship where you forced it to work out, where you worked so hard on it working out, where you fought for love, you're freaking exhausted and you never feel like that sense of security and serenity in the relationship, that sense of like trust and relaxing. So then when you actually go into a marriage, it's like he didn't even choose you. You forced him to choose you. You can never really have good sex life, good intimacy, good trust, good surrendering abilities, because there was no fluidity and choice. It was more manipulation and force and hoping and therapy and AA programs. It wasn't actually two people choosing each other, so you don't even feel truly wanted. And then your security levels in the relationship are always wonky, aka you have so many insecurities if they really want you, if they're really there in the best way, because there was so much like, let's make this work. You don't really want to make a relationship that's not working work, because you'll never have that ability to feel truly calm in the relationship and marriage. And that is a very, very powerful and pivotal time of your life and your relationship, that actually gives it the most amount of growth, where you feel you can relax without so many insecurities, because you actually know your relationship was working and meant to work and has the same values and has the same beliefs and love, and that that man chose you and wanted you for who you are, not for what you can fix, for who you are, not for what you can change, for who you are, not for what you can do. It's a very big difference, and it's a really big, powerful place to come from. You are lovable and you deserve love. And so, if it's not working, don't make it work and end the relationship. No contact is the best way, because it hurts and it's like a mind fuck for a while. But then, as soon as you get over that pain, as soon as you get over that withdrawal, you have such a break free, and you don't prolong and waste life in the confusion or the trial and error that never gets you anywhere but more error. Because even if you force it to work out, you're never going to actually have a serene life. So choose you, choose your serenity. I promise you deserve to have a good, calm life with someone who wants you, not for not for what you do, but for truly, truly who you are. So I'm Chaya Garcia, relationship expert. If you like this kind of content where I give you some expert advice on how to have the best relationships and future and self-love, then please subscribe and like this video so that we can help the world heal, because, so many women and men aren't in the right relationships, but it's very preventable. So to help prevent that and bring cute babies into healthy, loving families, please like, subscribe, and comment below what you thought was the best or worst part of this video. Alrighty, guys, I will see you later. Have an amazing day and looking forward to hearing from you soon.